Hi, my name is Sam Kim. I'm currently serving on staff at the Redemption Church in the Bucktown area. My faith story is probably similar to many other people. I grew up in a strong Christian family filled with pastors and missionaries. And so growing up, I was very familiar with the church culture. But my parents, who were very diligent in church, I grew to realize were very faithful in working in the church, but really lacked walking in relationship with Christ. And it wasn't until a family member who was just empowered by the Spirit to share the gospel in a fresh new way to my parents. It wasn't until that interaction happened that I saw this amazing change in my parents. From just working diligently in the church religiously to having this intimate relationship with Christ. I saw this hunger for the Lord that permeated in how they did life, how they interacted with people, how they approached work, how they approached family and church, and that really grew my curiosity to this Jesus. And hearing about the gospel through my parents and also experiencing it really opened my heart to the need for the gospel, and understanding my position apart from Christ in the eyes of a holy God really brought me to my knees around the middle school age to just really receive the gospel in a personal way. And that's really been the starting point for my faith, going into seminary and eventually ending up here in the Chicagoland area to really serve and lead a church in Chicago. So I came to Chicagoland area about 7-8 years ago to attend seminary at Trinity in Deerfield. And at that time, I was kind of looking for a church community to be a part of. And I had previous connection with the senior pastor of the Redemption Church, Pastor Jong Park. And so because of that, TRC just made sense to me to just check out. And I went and attended, I got plugged in, have been there ever since and have been a part of that community for a really long time. And now I'm on staff at the Redemption Church. So I came on full-time staff at the beginning of the pandemic. And so it was just a crazy time just trying to figure out how to love people well. But on top of that, in the greater Asian American church community, there's just a lot of things that were going on that caused people to really deconstruct their faith, to fall away from church, to really question their relationship with Jesus. We lost at TRC about 60 to 70% of our congregation, not just due to the pandemic, but because of a lot of church issues that were going on. And so because of that, my first few years of just trying to love and shepherd TRC, I became burnt out. I myself was really struggling with my relationship with Jesus, with the Lord. I was really bitter toward people. I felt really empty and depleted. In the midst of that season, God really connected me with TCP and the cohort that I was a part of. And there, God used the people to really pour into me, to lovingly invest into me, to really provide me with just avenues to grow as a person who wants to lead the church well, and to also really challenge me and encourage me to really look outside of my comfort zone, to really how to love the greater city of Chicago, and not just my church. And so just being in a group where people are just on fire for the Lord, who are just trying to live courageously and sacrificially for the Lord, has really just reignited a passion in my heart to love well, to lead the church well, and to really be salt and light in Chicago. Just want to give a quick shout out to my cohort. Love y'all, really blessed by y'all, but also grateful to all the leaders at TCP, for the exec and the board. We really appreciate y'all for intentionally investing and caring about the next generation of leaders and really supporting us in a loving and sacrificial way. So we're grateful for y'all, really blessed by y'all.